Hey everybody, Edo here, and this is Pairs Deluxe by James Ernest Games. And James gave me this copy. It's a new release. Pairs has been out for a while. It was released on Kickstarter. Huge campaign, crazy huge, like hundreds of thousands of dollars for such a simple game. But it then, they had the original game and a bunch of different art and a bunch of different variants. And this is sort of a deluxe edition with a giant rule book that has more than 30 pairs, games, and variations, though the deck is a singular art deck. And this box isn't cooperating, so I'm going to set it down here. But basically, the pairs deck is really specific. It has a variety of cards, all of which are some sort of fruit or vegetables in this case. But the way it works is the one card has only one copy of it. The two cards has 2 copies, 3 card, 3 copies, 4 card, 4 copies, ultimately 10 card, 10 copies. So using that as a baseline, it then builds a bunch of tons of games on it. It's sort of like having a deck of cards that you're playing like poker or spades or canasta or whatever. But in this case, it's just a different distribution of cards. And this is just a really nice deluxe edition. The cards are great and fine quality. And then the rule book details, as it says, 30 different variants. I haven't played them all. I've played lots of them. What I think is really good about Pairs, it says, what does it say, like the name, a family card game. And I really agree with it. They're all pretty simple. They're sort of pub or parlor games. They're easy to explain, easy to get into. Pairs, the specific one, is just about a push your luck game where you're trying not to get a pair of numbers, and you'll just either say hit, give me another one, or fold, and if you fold, you get less damage than if you hit and get a pair, and you just go around and around, and that's it. Different ones have different variations. A little bit of a not quite gambling, but a lot with chips and ante, hitting. You know, a lot of it feels like a Vegas underpinning, which maybe makes some people uncomfortable, but it's, you know, it's never pushed as gambling. But a lot of the games sort of have that gambling feel a little bit, so that might be the only thing that might make you uncomfortable, but it's pretty minor, and I wouldn't really worry about it. I was actually I hadn't really played this. I didn't have a copy, and I had played it at conventions and cons and stuff, different variations and different versions, and some of them have like really robust art. This is really the simplest, but this week was the first time I played it at home a lot, and I was just surprised how my kids got into it. Like Evan and Ethan just really enjoyed how simple it was. Like it resonated in a way I wasn't expecting. It didn't bother them that the games were quick and light. You know, if anything, I wouldn't have mind the rules being a little bit more robust. You know, it goes through everything, but you know, you could have a couple more examples, and you know, they're pretty simple in terms of presentation. Never was a problem learning a game or two, but you know, if I were to ask for something, I would have liked a little bit more. But otherwise, it's a nice little version of it, and certainly gives you all the different games if you really want that pocket version, or there's only a couple that you like in particular. Maybe you stick with the singles, but again, for me, I like the big one. And now that there are some versions of the game that we play more, we don't have to use the rules anymore. We just use the deck, right? So, Pairs Deluxe Edition. Check it out. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. Most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.